Show me something Carson Wentz. And when you get married to a quarterback for a long period of time, which the Indianapolis Colts have done, they've basically already committed, barring injury, sending their first-round pick next year to the Philadelphia Eagles for Carson Wentz. So they basically are now in a long-term relationship. The first episode of Hard Knocks this week just basically underlines it, underscores it. You can see the relationship. It's all real with Frank Reich and Carson Wentz. They're going forward as a team. Carson Wentz needs to have a big game and to beat some teams that it looks like he shouldn't beat. I want to see Carson Wentz go to Buffalo, play a big game in the cold. He's used to it. He's from North Dakota, played in Philadelphia. Play a great game against a team you're not supposed to beat. Show me something Carson Wentz.
There's a lot of good choices this week. I'm going to start with Cam Newton. Show me something, more accurately, show me more. 2 touchdowns in 9 snaps against the Cardinals. Likely will start going against Ron Rivera. I can't wait to see what Cam Newton does. I think it's great that he's back. It's exciting, it's entertaining, and it's fun. And sometimes it's okay for football to be fun.
Show me something Tua Tagovailoa. You might say, well, wait a second. They're playing the Jets. But these are the games that you've got to win, and you've got to win decisively. Tua Tagovailoa is certainly not out of the woods as far as being the definite long-term quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. To me, a loss and a poor performance on Sunday would basically send Stephen Ross walking out of MetLife Stadium saying, man, we got to figure a way to get Deshaun Watson in the offseason. Show me something Tua Tagovailoa to prevent that from happening.
Show me something Baker Mayfield. The Browns had a big win in Cincinnati. They got splattered last weekend by the Patriots. Mayfield says he's as banged up as he's ever been. This is the 0-8-1 Lions with Tim Boyle supplanting Jared Goff, who is injured, or injured as the case may be. But I want the Browns to come out and win big and convince people they're ready to make a run, that they're one of these teams hovering around 500 and exactly at 500 right now who can put together enough victories to get to the postseason. And there's something brewing with Mayfield and Jarvis Landry. Keep an eye on it, just like it was Mayfield and Odell Beckham Jr. Keep an eye on whether or not Mayfield throws the ball to Landry, because I think there's a little association bias that's happening possibly between Mayfield and Landry after that ugly OBJ breakup. All right, 2 rounds done, and at least one more round. Maybe 2 more rounds. Who knows? Let's get it started. Peter, you're up.
Show me something Steve Spagnuolo. You know, Mike, I screened a couple of those Man in the Arena ESPN shows about Tom Brady. And one of the ones I screened was about the 2007 season, where the Giants beat him in the Super Bowl and Brady was just totally, confounded. And in that particular game, in that Super Bowl, one of the key elements was Steve Spagnuolo, the young Giants defensive coordinator, sending rushers at Brady from everywhere. And in my opinion, what Spagnuolo has to do in this particular game, because he doesn't have the best run defense in the league right now, when it is a passing down, he's got to send blitzers at Dak Prescott from everywhere. So show me something. Knock Dak Prescott off his spot, Steve Spagnuolo.
Show me something Joe Burrow. We've forgotten about the Bengals. They were 5-2. They were riding high. They were looking good. People were whispering 1 seed for the Bengals. And then they lose 2 in a row. And we start wondering what in the world is up with the Bengals. They need to reestablish themselves against a Raiders team that has lost 2 in a row. A sneaky, compelling game on Sunday afternoon. Let's get one more real quick each, Peter. What do you got?
I got show me something Byron Leftwich. 46 points the last 2 games, both losses for Tampa Bay. I think this is a week that against the New York Giants, a sneaky good defense, with a bright young defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham, that's going to be a troublesome game for the Buccaneers, especially a Tampa Bay team not playing well.
Last one for me, a game we haven't discussed, Saints at Eagles. Show me something, Trevor Siemian. I still am confused why he's the quarterback and not Taysom Hill. That's kind of an indictment, I think, of Taysom Hill at this point. But they go to Philly against a hot Eagles team. They need this one to avoid 3 losses in a row for a Saints team that was looking pretty good not that long ago after beating the Buccaneers. They're in a bit of a tailspin. They need to worry about not making the playoffs at all, Peter. And again, in the NFC, everybody's in it except the Lions. You got 15 teams, but eventually 8 of them are going to be out.
Hey, by the way, show me something, Daniel Jones.
That's perfect. Perfect. And what a game that'll be Monday night now that the Buccaneers have lost 2 in a row. And they are reeling, and the Giants are resting.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.